Well, good afternoon again. I hope everybody's all right. We say stay in and stay safe, but I see a few more people out and about. We've got a bit more freedom now, but this will get sorted and it'll be all right. Just got to have a bit of patience and stick with it. All right. And this one's called Smelt a Rat. How we home so late from school, Richard Henry asked Mother. I thought I told you to make haste, 'cause we got company night. 'Twasn't my fault. I had to wait down Killing House. I wanted a bladder to play football with. Yes, but Killing House is down the road, and you come down long. Do you know what happens to liars when they die? Yes, replied Richard Henry. They lie still. Well, 'tis a poor start. You haven't had tea yet. Don't do you no good clunking your mails. Half the trouble in this world is cause of a bad start, remarked Feather. Take when Mrs. Pollard went Plymouth for her honeymoon. Tried to be grand, to show off she did, and booked rooms in a gate hotel. When Mr. asked for the key for the bedroom, the man handed on two. We don't want more than one. I ordered 2 bedrooms, says Mrs. Pollard, to be up to date. Fitty mazed he was. Went to his room and banged the door. She said good night and went in hers next door. After a brave while he went sleep, but was woke up by somebody tapping on the wall next door. John, said a voice, sleeping Harry. No, what do you want? I can hear a mouse in the room. I don't know about a mouse, says he, but I can smell a rat. Bad start, I'd call it, like when I was collecting for the Sunday school. I called first up to the big house. The servant answered and said she would see if the master was in. A few minutes later, she returned and said she was sorry, but he was out. Well, says I, now I'm here, I'll leave a card with my name upon him. No need do that, she replied. I told no it was. They can't keep no servants, quoted Mother. Yesterday she told me she was leaving. How's that? I asked. I heard tell they'd treat like one of the family. That's how I'm leaving, said she. Now that woman got a nice home, plenty of money, and a dear little baby, but she'd hate her husband. Shows everybody got some little thing to put up with. Comes on, Feather, help me wash up for the company to come. I've been baking all afternoon. I got plenty else to do, says Feather. Put upon a willing horse, you would. When I'm dead and gone, you'll remember what I've done. You needn't worry about that, answered Mother. You can die happy. I shan't tell nobody. You're as bad as a man who once had a bitter fallout with work. Last week he went to the doctor 'cause he couldn't sleep. Said he was waking up every few days. Can't please everybody, grumbled Feather. A man asked me the way to the bus station. I told him to turn left and he turned right. Well, that's daft, replied the stranger. Well, says I, you can turn right and you'll be left behind. Company coming up the road, shouted Richard Henry from the front garden. And the parrot said, Gus on out, Feather, more trouble. This little poem's called The Salesman. We were selling our broccoli down by the road, and Father took time to explain how politeness and charm and a winning resolve would impress all the buyers who came. I listened intently, for Father knew best, and a lad should be willing to learn, in addition to which I'd been offered a share in the likely financial return. So I took extra trouble when business began to adopt a respectable approach, with an eye on a profit and no small regard for the pride of my consummate coach. Then this couple drove up in a large modern car. Which one shall we have, he inquired, as his wife curled her lips from the passenger seat like a queen who had just semi-retired. It soon became clear that, on matters of taste, she was not the most easy to please. As she turned up her nose at each sample in turn, which he offered from down on his knees, the saga continued for ages, it seemed, their dispute growing steadily worse. As I waited in vain for a choice to be made and a copper or two from his purse. And then I saw Feather advancing at speed, waving his arms at the spread-eagled veg. I could tell by his face he was less than serene, so decided to watch from the hedge. Then his words demonstrated his client technique, his discomfiture scarcely concealed. If you can't find the one that you want in the box, there's 10 more acres in the field. Thank you very much.